What if I told you that you could build AI as powerful as ChatGPT, but you could do it for like the price of a takeout meal?
Really?
Yeah, it sounds crazy.
Like some of them pretty wild, yeah.
That's what's so interesting about this deep dive.
Yeah.
We're looking at the S1 AI model,
Okay.
and it was developed by researchers at Stanford and the University of Washington.
Cool.
And get this, they trained it for less than $50.
Wow.
I know less than the cost of a tank of gas or a new video game or a night out at the movies.
Yeah, you don't usually think of cutting edge AI as something that's, particularly cheap.
Right, exactly. So how do they pull off this incredible feat?
Yeah.
Well, S1's creators use some seriously clever techniques.
Uh-huh.
One of them is called distillation.
Okay.
So imagine like you have a brilliant professor.
Okay.
And they're sharing all their knowledge with a student.
Yeah.
And instead of overwhelming the student with like every single textbook they've ever read, they distill their wisdom into like, really concise lecture notes. So S1 is kind of like that student learning from the condensed knowledge of a much larger model.
Precisely.
Okay.
So S1 actually learned from Google's Gemini model, which is known for its advanced reasoning abilities.
So it's like absorbing the professor's insights without needing to like read the entire library.
Exactly.
That's really cool. Okay, so we've got distillation. What else do they do to make S1 so efficient?
Well, another key technique is called test time scaling.
Okay.
And you can think of it like giving S1 extra time on a test to kind of double check its work and refine its answers.
So it's not just how quickly it responds, but also about its ability to like think critically and improve its accuracy.
Exactly.
Okay.
And this approach allows S1 to achieve some really impressive results without requiring these huge data sets and computational power that you usually need for AI training.
So we've got distillation, we've got test time scaling.
Mm-hmm.
What's the third trick up their sleeve?
The third one is called the token budget.
The token budget.
Yeah. And it's like giving S1 a limited number of these tokens to spend on each task. And that forces it to use its computational resources really strategically.
So instead of just throwing computing power at a problem,
Yeah.
it has to be selective and efficient with how it uses its resources.
Yeah.
It's like almost like playing a game of chess where every move counts.
That's a great analogy.
Right.
And it really highlights this innovative thinking behind S1's development. It's not about brute force. It's about finding clever solutions to maximize efficiency.
All this is incredibly impressive.
Yeah.
But let's talk about like why this is such a game changer. What does S1's affordability mean for the future of AI?
Well, for one thing, it really democratizes AI development. It's no longer this exclusive club for these big tech giants with these bottomless budgets.
Right. It's like suddenly opening the doors for, startups, independent researchers, even students to get in on the action.
Exactly. Imagine a world where anyone with a great idea and a laptop can develop and deploy AI solutions.
Wow.
It's a whole new playing field.
This reminds me of the movie Moneyball,
Okay.
where, the Oakland A's use data and smart strategies to compete with like these richer teams. Could S1 be like the Moneyball of AI development?
It's a really interesting comparison. The A's really challenged the status quo by finding this undervalued talent and using data-driven strategies.
Right.
And in a similar way, S1 challenges this assumption that you need tons and tons of resources to achieve really cutting-edge AI.
So could this lead to just this like wave of innovation coming from these unexpected places, like small teams, individuals, even students coming up with groundbreaking AI solutions? Because like the barrier to entry is lower.
Yeah, it's certainly possible. It's like the early days of personal computers when, people were just tinkering in their garages and coming up with these revolutionary ideas.
So is S1 going to like completely upend the AI landscape? Are we going to see like a David versus Goliath situation where this like scrappy underdog takes down like, the giants like OpenAI and Google?
Well, it's still really early days, and S1 does have its limitations. It might not be as powerful or versatile as those really large models.
Sure.
But it's definitely a disruptive force that I think could shake things up.
It's like that scene in Star Wars.
Okay.
Where you have these like small rebel fighters taking on the massive Death Star. Right? They might not have the same firepower, but their agility and strategic thinking gives them a fighting chance.
That's a great analogy, and it really underscores the point that size isn't everything.
Right.
S1's efficiency and ingenuity could give it a really significant edge in certain applications.
This is where things get really interesting for our listeners.
Yeah.
Like imagine a world where AI tools this affordable are readily available, What could you create? What problems could you solve?
Think about it. What if you could build a personalized AI tutor for your kids, or develop an AI-powered app that analyzes your local market for business opportunities? I mean, the possibilities are really mind-boggling. So welcome back to our deep dive into the world of affordable AI and, this remarkable S1 model.
We've been exploring how S1's creators, uh, managed to achieve such incredible efficiency
Yeah.
and what that could mean for the future of AI. But every superhero has their kryptonite, right?
That's a great point. Yeah. While S1 is incredibly promising, it's important to consider the, potential challenges and limitations that come with making AI so accessible.
Okay, so what are some of the things we need to be cautious about?
Well, one challenge is ensuring responsible use.
Okay,
As AI becomes more readily available, it's really crucial to establish, clear guidelines and ethical frameworks to prevent its misuse.
I can see where that would be a concern. Like imagine if someone used S1 to create, harmful content or spread misinformation.
Exactly. We need to be thinking proactively about how to mitigate those risks and ensure that, AI is used for good.
So it's not just about making the technology affordable, but also fostering like a culture of responsible AI development and deployment.
Precisely. We need to educate users, establish really clear ethical guidelines, and develop really robust safeguards to prevent misuse.
This reminds me of Spider-Man's famous quote, "With great power comes great responsibility."
Uh-huh.
It seems like the same principle applies to the, accessibility of AI.
That's a great analogy. It highlights the importance of responsible innovation we need to empower people with this technology while also making sure it's used ethically.
So we've got responsible use as one challenge. What else should we be thinking about?
Another consideration is that while S1's efficiency is groundbreaking, it might not be the ideal solution for like every single AI task.
Right, it's like comparing a nimble sports car to a heavy-duty truck.
Yeah.
They both have their strengths and weaknesses depending on the job at hand.
Exactly. S1 excels at tasks that involve reasoning and logical thinking.
Okay.
But it might not be as powerful or versatile as those massive resource-intensive models for certain other applications.
So it's all about choosing the right tool for the right job.
Yeah.
S1 could be a game changer for certain tasks,
Yeah.
but it's not a magic bullet that solves every AI challenge.
Precisely. And as AI technology continues to evolve, we'll probably see a diverse range of specialized models, each one designed for specific purposes.
This makes me think about the X-Men,
Okay.
each with their own unique abilities and strengths. Right? Professor X couldn't teleport like Nightcrawler,
Right?
and Wolverine wasn't a master strategist like Professor X, but together they formed a powerful team because they each brought something different to the table.
That's a fantastic analogy, and it really reflects the reality of the AI landscape. We need a diverse ecosystem of AI models, each with its own strength, to tackle, this wide range of challenges we face.
Speaking of challenges, let's shift our focus back to the bigger picture.
Okay.
We've talked about democratization, efficiency, responsible use, and specialized AI models. But what does this all mean for society as a whole?
Well, the rise of affordable AI has the potential to really reshape industries, create new jobs, and empower individuals in ways we've never seen before.
It's like we're on the cusp of a technological revolution, similar to like the invention of the printing press or the internet.
Those are apt comparisons. Think about how the printing press democratized knowledge and, sparked a cultural renaissance, or how the internet connected the world and totally transformed communication.
Affordable AI could have a similar impact, leading to breakthroughs in healthcare education, scientific research, and countless other fields.
Exactly. Imagine personalized AI tutors that tailor lessons to each student's needs, or AI-powered medical diagnoses that are more accurate and accessible than ever before.
It's like we're entering a world where the power of AI is no longer confined to, research labs or tech giants. It's becoming a tool that everyone can use to improve their lives and contribute to society.
And that brings us to a really crucial point. The future of AI isn't predetermined. It's something we're actively shaping through the choices we make today.
So what kind of future do we want to create, and what role can we play in shaping that future?
Those are the questions that we'll be exploring in the final part of our deep dive. We'll delve deeper into, the philosophical implications of affordable AI and consider the really exciting possibilities that lie ahead. Welcome back to the deep dive. We've been exploring this whole world of affordable AI, and it's really been sparked by this incredible S1 model
Yeah.
and its ability to achieve amazing results, but do it all on a shoestring budget.
Yeah, it's pretty remarkable.
We've discussed how this could like democratize AI, make it accessible to everyone from students to small businesses.
Right.
We've also talked about the need for responsible use
Of course.
and the fact that S1, while powerful, it's not a one-size-fits-all solution for every AI challenge.
Definitely.
But I want to get a bit more philosophical.
Okay.
What does the rise of affordable AI really mean for us as humans?
That's a great question. For centuries, intelligence has been seen as something that's unique to humans.
Yeah.
But as these AI systems become more and more sophisticated, the line starts to blur a little bit.
It's like in the movie Her,
Oh, yeah.
where the main character develops this deep emotional connection with his AI assistant.
Right.
It makes you question like what it means to be sentient and whether AI could really achieve consciousness. Her is a great example of that. It explores the potential for AI to really understand and even reciprocate those complex human emotions. And it challenges us to think about, what is consciousness really, and where do we draw the line between human and machine?
And as AI becomes more affordable and accessible, those questions become even more relevant.
Absolutely.
What happens when, anyone can create AI that can learn, adapt, even create art or music?
It really pushes us to think differently about creativity and innovation.
Yeah.
If AI can compose a symphony or paint a masterpiece, what does that say about human expression? Does it diminish it, or does it actually expand the possibilities?
It's like in that movie AI Artificial Intelligence, where you have the robot child David who longs to be real and wants to experience love like a human.
It's a really interesting exploration of those ethical questions about how we treat AI, especially as it gets more and more sophisticated and lifelike.
As AI evolves,
Yeah.
we need to really consider its rights and responsibilities.
Yeah.
Do we treat it simply as a tool, or do we start to recognize it as something more?
It's a really complicated issue.
It's a lot to wrap our heads around, but that's
Yeah.
what makes this so fascinating.
Yeah, for sure.
Affordable AI isn't just about, technological advancement. It's about redefining what we think about intelligence, creativity, and maybe even humanity itself.
Absolutely. And it's up to all of us to, really engage in these conversations and make sure that we're shaping the future of AI in a way that benefits everyone.
So as we wrap up this deep dive, I want to
Yeah.
leave our listeners with one final thought.
Okay.
Remember Neo in The Matrix,
Oh, yeah, of course.
who discovers that the world he thought was real was actually a simulation created by machines.
Right. The Matrix really challenges our perceptions of reality and makes us question, the very nature of our existence.
Exactly. And while we're not living in a simulated world yet,
At least not that we know of.
the rapid advancement of AI makes you wonder what the future holds. What if AI becomes so powerful that it surpasses human intelligence?
Yeah.
Could it become a force for good, or could it pose a threat to us?
It's a question that has fueled so many, science fiction stories and philosophical debates.
Right.
But one thing's for sure, the future of AI isn't predetermined. It's something that we're creating right now through our choices and our actions.
So as we move forward, let's remember the lessons from those sci-fi stories and approach AI development with a sense of wonder, but also, with a healthy dose of caution.
And let's make sure to have those open and honest conversations about the ethical implications, the potential risks, and of course, the incredible opportunities that AI offers.
That's the perfect note to end on.
Yeah.
Thanks for joining us for this deep dive into the world of affordable AI. And remember, the future is in our hands. Let's make it a good one.